All right, what's going on, guys? A little bit of a different video here today. I didn't record this morning's live stream in Discord. I forgot to hit the record button. So we're going to do kind of like a real brief, quick trade breakdown. I feel like there's a lot of insight, and I feel like this could help somebody. So we're just going to do it this way. In the live streams, okay, we pointed out this new week opening gap. Why am I concerned about this new week opening gap? Well, if we zoom in, notice what it's missing. Okay, this is a volume imbalance, yes, but it's also a new week opening gap. It's missing sell side delivery. Okay, notice how we laid a buy side candle above the volume imbalance. We're missing sell side delivery. Okay, so eventually we'll need to lay a down close candle in between this range here. All right, so that's a drawn liquidity. That's a means of support and resistance that will be used on a lower time frame, which we'll talk about right now. So as you can see, we're way beneath the midnight open. Okay, I start trading, me personally, at 10 a.m. I only trade from 10 a.m. to 11. Okay, move that up there. In the live streams, these highs here, way too clean. This was my original drawn liquidity. Okay, that buy side liquidity pool, equal highs formed after 7 a.m. Way too smooth. Okay, smooth highs, smooth edges like to be made jagged. Buy side here, we also had outline, way too smooth, way too clean. We dropped down. Where are we dropping down? Well, we're clearing out equal lows, sell side, and we're also dropping down into the high of that new week opening gap / volume imbalance. See the body's respecting it here, clearing out the sell side, we rally. Inversion fair value gap, working it there, becomes a balanced price range. Okay, I buy the breaker up here, expecting this entire fair value gap to stay open, or at least the lower half. So I was not sure if we're going to trade inside this fair value gap. Okay, best case scenario, I wanted to see this completely stay open, which is why I bought the next PD array, which is the breaker. We have a low, high, lower low. Last up close candle in between your two lows, I buy it right there at the high, allowing for price to trade down inside the fair value gap. Okay, my stop loss was below it. Not expecting this completely to fill in. Okay, I mentioned I want to see the lower half stay open. We trade down, leaving consequent encroachment in below unfilled. Snap back up. This long wick here, I'm going to zoom in a little tighter. This long wick here, as we're trading down, I said I wanted to see this wick offer support. Why is that? Well, think about what we're working with, right? If we're expecting this fair value gap to stay open, okay, we don't want to see price trade back down here. And we understand that wicks are what? Wicks are gaps. So I'm seeing this entire wick here as a fair value gap. So in the streams, this probably looks like all hindsight, but I promise you, we're walking this through live. Okay, in the streams, I said I'm watching this wick. I'm treating it as a fair value gap. I drew it out just like this. I want to see the offer support and take us higher. We trade down into the wick, beautifully, snap back up. We rally. Now, I only had one contract on, okay, but I told everybody, if you're trading multiple contracts or if you're trading like a bunch of micros, take a partial right here. Equal highs, smooth highs like to be made jagged. That's a partial. I had it labeled partial. Pay yourself above that high. Since I only had one contract on, I was holding out for our buy side objective up here. Okay, as we're trading here, I said I want speed through this high. Why did I want speed through the buy side here? Because my main focus was up here. I wanted to see us quickly, large, fast, large range up close candles, which is what we see here. I wanted to see us rip through that high. I didn't want to see us take out buy side, retrace back down to the order block or the fair value gap. I wanted to see us rip through that high and continue rallying towards the buy side here. Early in the stream, I took off the midnight opening price because I didn't like my charts to be too clustered, but that's also a great partial here. Okay, midnight opening prices can be used as partials if you're short or long, just above the buy side. So that's two partials, and you also have a third one here, this fair value gap that we traded into. So partial above the equal highs, partial at the midnight opening price, and you can take a partial in this fair value gap here and not be demanding of the equal highs up here. All right, I move my stop loss underneath this up close candle. Why? It's a breaker. Low, high, lower low. Last up close candle. In between your two lows, my stop loss was moved just below that. Taken out in profit, again, Had I had multiple contracts on, of course this is hindsight, but just for the sake of completeness, I would have taken a partial here. I would have loved to taken a partial here and hold out for terminus for your buy side. I also pointed out this macro. Okay, notice when all of this occurred. Okay, time and price. We dropped down, clearing out the sell side. Fair value gap, breaker, entry, all occurring within that 20-minute window between 9:50 and 10:10. All right, trading into the high of the new week opening gap right at 10 o'clock. If I see that and we start to rally, that's beautiful. That's what I want to see. And last little nugget here. Okay, I promise it's going to sound like hindsight, but I outlined this in the stream. I said this is what I wanted to see happen. Best case scenario, I was looking for this. Power of 3. We talk about this in the webinars in the Discord. Okay, it's been kind of the theme for the past few weeks. Power of 3 within the silver bullet hour. 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's your silver bullet hour. Power of 3, we open at 10 o'clock, drop down. That small drop down with that one candle, what is that doing? It's taking out sell side, trading into the high of the new week opening gap. We rally up, closing near the high at 11 o'clock. So if we slap this on real quick, this is your complete 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour. Okay, we closed at 11 o'clock here, and the high was made right here on this candle here. So give or take. So this is your power of 3 within the silver bullet hour. Okay, so open, that's accumulation at 10 a.m. Drop down, that's the Judas swing. Everybody's chasing this going lower. People are shorting this fair value gap here, chasing it lower, not knowing that we have a new week opening gap, not knowing that we're taking out sell side, not knowing that dollar index was bearish. Okay, we don't want to sell Nasdaq when dollar's looking heavy. That's the Judas swing. Everybody chasing this going lower, going short. We're not looking for shorts. Clean highs. Clean highs. We open at 10 a.m., drop down, Judas swing. That's manipulation. Buying near the 10 a.m. opening price, accumulation. Ride the real, move higher. That's distribution. Okay, buying the breaker. Pay yourself at these levels. Closing near the high at 11 o'clock. Power of 3. So there you go. Apologize. I just wasn't sharp today. Didn't press the record button. Never really happens, but it is what it is. So I wanted to put this together. Hopefully you guys gain some insight from this, learning about breakaway gaps, wicks, partials, midnight opening price, beautifully there, balanced price range, all this back and forth in here, sell side and balance, buy side inefficiency, delivered the buy side, back and forth, trading into it here, rallying up, and I still have my focus on these clean highs up here. Okay, I want to see if we could tag that as we head into the lunch hour. And that's it. For those paid members in the Discord, we have a webinar tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you there. If you can't make it, it will be recorded and shared in the webinar archive. And for everyone else, free live stream Monday morning at 9:30. Hope to see you all in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time reading price action. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all in the webinar tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right? Peace.